Alright, it is July 19th. It's a Saturday. I'm 3 days late on my videos, and we'll combine two into one. Let's do this. I'm ready. Oh, and before we start going, I was asked to give a big shout out to Big O and Solo Stranded and Trey Songs because he got moves Majagger. There you go, buddy. I don't know what that means, but shout out. Okay, so with Mortal Kombat 10 coming out in 2016, it was just announced at E3 conference this year. We got another year and a half before it comes out. And as much as I do not want to wait for another game, it's actually got me excited enough to revisit some of the older games, all the way from Mortal Kombat 1, all the way up to some of my favorites, Armageddon, and even the unspeakable one, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. So, got me thinking. They keep going back to the 2D platformer, I mean, even with their own fighting games like Injustice, but why? Is it because it's what we do, what we love, what we like from fighting games, or because they think they can do it better? That answer can only be answered by looking at Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, Ultimate, and Trilogy. I mean, these are the games that started it all. I mean, you have several games coming out, like, well, not coming out, but been out, like Mythology, Sub-Zero, Special Forces, Shaolin Monks. They've all tried to take different turns with it, but the original, does it hold up? To answer that question, we got to take it back to 1991, back when Jean-Claude Van Damme made a contract with Midway Games for a fighting game based off him and his fighting styles. The deal fell through shortly after when he could not arrive for motion capture sequences because of his movie contracts and his busy schedule. That had already taken place. Ed Boon and Steve Tobias have already put in a lot of work into this and didn't want to cancel it. A couple years later, back in up in 1993, we were blessed with the Mortal Kombat game we know now as Mortal Kombat. Keep in mind, with K. That game was made by 4 people, even though it was based off of a whole company. 4 people brought it to life. Years later, several spin-offs, an animated series, 2 movies, one good, one bad, both by Paul Anderson. We are now expecting the 10th official installment. And it's beautiful. Well, with all that being said, you gotta ask yourself, what makes the game so good? What makes it so special? There's a lot of fighting games out there. There's been countless Mortal Kombat games. Why have we been playing it for over 20 years? Why have we been buying it, the same game, remastered, different consoles, remade, back and forth? Why have we been doing this so many times for so many years for such a simple fighting game? Well, I got you covered. Okay, I'm going to make this really short, quick, and simple because I have a lot of more things to add into this video and I don't want it to be an hour and a half just talking about the games. When you talk about great fighting games, everybody always talks about Tekken, Street Fighter, Soul Calibur, Virtua Fighter, but when I grew up, everything was Mortal Kombat. Yeah, we griped about it, yeah, we argued about it, yeah, we said Mortal Kombat 4 pissed us off, but we still played it 100%. We beat it with every character, we saw every movie. It was amazing to us. It was the holy grail for fighting games at the moment, and every time a new one came out, we were on top of it. When Mortal Kombat Trilogy hit my PlayStation, it was like it was like blissful heaven. It was. But what makes it so great is that it's so simple. It's nothing grandiose, it's nothing large. Each character had a backstory, each character had an ending, and there's 7 characters in the original. Does it hold up today? No. Mainly because you could play it for about 30 minutes nowadays and just beat the shit out of it. But when it came out, you didn't have that. You had an arcade, and when you went to that arcade with your money, there were crowds and always someone different to fight. It brought gamers together with the simpleness, and everybody could play it. Mash buttons, you'll get it. Mash buttons, you can win. It wasn't Tekken with your combos, at least not until Mortal Kombat 3. It wasn't something that took an hour and a half to figure out. You hit buttons, and you could win a match. What you had to figure out was the secrets, the secret characters, the fatalities, the secret fatalities, like the friendships, the babalities, things you didn't know, things you only heard through rumors. Mortal Kombat spread more rumors throughout my time than anything else. I'm serious. There are things out there that I'm still learning about to this day. I mean, just 7 years ago, I found out about animalities. I always thought they were just a myth my brother was telling me about just to piss me off. But no, they're real. And what makes the game so great, even though they do not hold up, we have a remake. Mortal Kombat 9 is a remake, flat out restart, boom, of 1, 2, and 3. They don't have to hold up. Ed Boon, Steve Tobias, I mean, he's not with them anymore, but they made those games, and they keep bringing us those games. So, do they hold up? No. Do they need to? No. We got it covered. Especially Mortal Kombat 10, taking the story to another location. They have pissed me off the last one with the promise of DLC that never came, but I forgive them. I mean, in honesty, it's nothing different than any other gaming company has done. The only thing left to talk about now is the movies. As much as I dislike Paul Anderson for what he did with the Resident Evil series, with the movies, I have no complaints about the Mortal Kombat movies. I mean, they're low budget, but the second one's filled with holes. The second one didn't even keep to the source at all, but as a whole, the first one, perfectly good. The second one is a laughable sequel, but it's still, just like I said, a low budget, laughable sequel. I don't think anybody was supposed to take that movie seriously. I mean, honestly, it looked like a YouTube video somebody filmed in their basement. But I have no complaints. I've watched it 100 times. It's entertaining to me, and that's what movies are about. They're entertaining. There's not much to say about it. I mean, just if you like Mortal Kombat, give it a chance. I love the first movie. I actually enjoy Legacy a lot. I mean, even though they changed the story, I still enjoy Legacy a lot. But Mortal Kombat Annihilation, only watch it if you want to laugh. I mean, it's glitchy. It's like nobody even watched it to make sure it was good. It's like you just filmed it and poof, poof, immediately to theaters. So, not much to say about it. Now, there's a reason I don't want to spend too much time talking about the games. I mean, the games are set. The games aren't going to change. But the one thing it does is how fans perceive them. And a lot of fans still have questions. To answer these, I went across the internet today for at least an hour and a half, and I compiled a couple questions that needed to be answered. I asked people who's played the game, some who loves them, some who hates it, some who just don't understand it, and these are the questions that were asked. Granted, some of these are not serious. I knew that they were fucking around with me when they asked me, but why not answer them anyways? Alright. Adam asked, if you could save your family or Mortal Kombat, which one would you save? Personally, I'd save my family. I've beaten Mortal Kombat, but nobody beats my family. 2. Ninja Scrolls from Omegle asked me, is Scorpion more powerful than Sub-Zero? Yes, he is. Individually, Scorpion beats Sub-Zero only because Scorpion is dead from the Netherworld, and you cannot beat him like that with Sub-Zero. Now, clan to clan, the Shinrai Ryu versus the Lin Kuei gets him every time. But we already know that. He also asked me, why is their strife so eternal? Because the Lin Kuei killed the Shinrai Ryu. And that's why Scorpion hates them. Also Scorpion's family. And him. But really it was Quan Chi, but they don't know that. All they know is Scorpion hates Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero's like, well, if you're gonna fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you. At least to the best of my knowledge. Anonymous asks me, do they have spirit animals? Kind of. In the form of animalities, in the third game we have spirit animals. Sub-Zero turns into a monkey, Shang Tsung turns into a snake. They just don't make sense. But we accept them. And a friend of mine, the love of my life, she asked me, does Melina have vagina dentata? God, I hope not. If you don't know what that is, you should probably look that up. Something you should be scared of. Oh, and last one. Let's call him Michael. Random guy asked me, are the ninjas related? The only two that I can think of that are related are Noob Sabat and Sub-Zero. They are both brothers. Noob Sabat is actually the original Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 1 who died. And Sub-Zero is his brother, which in the second game donned his mask and took over his name. It's best of my knowledge. Alright, so this wraps up my week's videos for Mortal Kombat, the games and the movies. I'm sorry it sucks. I know the audio seems a little weird. I've been having problems with it. Hopefully it won't have the like it does on my computer when I upload to YouTube. If it does, I'm sorry. I'll try to get it fixed by next week. Next week I'm going to be doing two different types of videos. One is about a game that's been taking up a lot of my time the last 2 weeks. I got it from my brother, and I've been addicted to it. I want to show you all what I've been doing with it. And another is something I wrote for most favorite game in the whole world, and I hope y'all enjoy it. I'll see y'all then. I'm sorry this video sounds like shit on YouTube. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to try to get it fixed before next week because I wasn't doing it in some of the other videos. Hopefully it's just my computer's sound card, so I'll see y'all later. By the way, disclaimer, I do not own any of the footage that I've played, nor the Mortal Kombat name. There is no copyright infringement in this video, at least none intended.